Hi and welcome to this week's video. My name is Cynthia Wakeo, the Communication and Events Manager at Corporate Staffing Services, and today we are going to be looking at how you can become a successful HR manager, and I am joined by Paminas as usual to help us discuss this topic. Karibu, Paminas.
Thank you, Cynthia.
When you're looking at, when you define a successful HR manager, what does it take to become a successful HR manager?
Yes, Cynthia, that's a very good question. Now, I believe it's everyone's wish and dream to be successful in their chosen career. So for whoever is watching this video, I'm sure they want to stand out in their career, they want to progress in their career. They even also want to earn the big bucks, because there's no one who wants to go to school, invest their time, education, and effort, and just stagnate in their career. So to answer your question, what does it take to be a successful HR professional? There are a few things that you need to consider. So number one is the technical competence. You must be well versed in your area of training. So you cannot be a successful HR if you are not conversant with all HR areas. So whether you're talking about the labor laws, performance management, employee relations, HR administration, at a bare minimum, you have to be good at those ones. Then HR now is a regulated profession, so you have to belong to the professional body, the IHRM. This is the body that governs the HR profession. And if you're a manager, you want to practice HR, you also have to have the practicing license. That's a key requirement. But I would say, Cynthia, these are the bare minimum, and everyone can have this. And that's why if we call you for an interview, even here at Corporate Staffing, we'll be looking at those as a bare minimum. So then what will differentiate you from you and another HR professional is the tips I'm going to share. So number one, what I've seen work is be careful with the industry, choose your industry. So there are some industries which will give you more exposure. For example, it's given that manufacturing, hospitality, they are quite demanding. So these are industries where you'll find they probably have a lot of low-cadre staff, so they're unskilled staff. So how do you manage them? You might also find they are members of a trade union. If, for example, you're working at corporate staffing where everyone is skilled, we don't need a trade union here. It's a conversation. Whatever challenges you have, you can be able to discuss with the employees. But now, whenever you involve a third party, you have a trade union, anything you do as a HR that affects the staff, you have to bring them on board. So that requires a different skill set. Yeah. So being able to master your industry or sector, it's key. But now, having done that, in the sense that you have the technical skills, you're a member of the professional body, you've also been able to master your industry, the soft skills are really important. And this is where many of the professionals go wrong. And for HR, there are some soft skills you need to master if you're to be successful. Case in point, conflict management. Number two, being able to have very difficult conversations. Another one is active listening, being able to look at what is said and what is not said, being able to understand where this person is coming from. Another skill I found very important is having a good understanding of numbers. Because how are you going to make a business case? How are you going to propose something if you cannot be able to connect it with what are the advantage, what is the return on investment? And this is where HR analytics comes in. Yeah. The other one is change management skills. Then also lastly, but not the least, people management, leadership skills. So I'd say for me, the soft skills are the ones that they take a larger share in terms of your success as a HR professional.
Yeah. So in your career as a HR professional, what are the signs to show that I am successful in my career?
So if you're able now to master all that, your CEO, the board of directors, they'll be looking at you as an advisor and not just someone who's pushing papers. Whenever I interact with a lot of the HR professionals, they say, I'm not feeling challenged, or the board or the management or the decision makers, they're all allowing me to do the basics. Maybe all I do is hire and fire. I would say chances are 9 out of 10 is because you've not proved yourself. If I, as a business owner, I cannot see the value that HR is adding, then I'll just ensure that you're doing the bare minimum. So how to identify that you're successful is now when people start incorporating you in decision making. So if the boss is asking you for your opinion, or you're being incorporated in those management meeting, board meetings, then it's a good pointer that indeed you are now at that level. And also in terms of career growth, when people like us, the recruiters, start reaching out to you, headhunting you, it's also a good indicator, Cynthia, that you're doing well.
So then, at the end of the day, how do I ensure as a HR professional, for instance, I become successful in what the issues you've addressed?
Yeah, so the way to look at it in there is I would first audit myself, look at in terms of the technical and the soft skills, where are there gaps, and then try and see how I can be able to fill those gaps. For example, if it's a technical matter issue, you'll find that there are a lot of trainings available, and you can also learn on the job. Yeah, for example, let's say in terms of data, you're not very good with Excel. So it goes without saying, you cannot be presenting your numbers, without good knowledge of Excel. So if it's a HR watching, and this resonates with them, they don't sign up for an Excel class. The other bit, let's say soft skills. You find that when it comes to presentation skills, confidence is an issue. Why don't you join a public speaking class? And these are some of the courses that we offer here at Corporate Staffing Services. So I would say, like we say here in Kenya, you call yourself for a small meeting, being able to audit, be able to see, as Cynthia, where am I right now? What do I have in terms of skills, both the technical and the soft skills? Where do I want to become? And what's holding me back? And then come up with a plan on how to address the technical and the soft skill gaps. Yeah, and there are a lot of resources available. I mean, one of the reasons why I came up with this channel is to be able to empower the HR professionals for free. Yeah, and even here at Corporate Staffing, sometimes we have paid events, sometimes you have free events, and these are some of the things that the HR professional can tap into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for taking your time to sit in this discussion.
Karibu.
And thank you for watching this video. As you've heard Paminas, if you want to be a successful HR professional, and if you want to empower yourself in the sectors that you feel you're missing out, we have left the links below in the courses he has mentioned, for instance, Excel, and the soft skills such as leadership. Please share this video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.